Welcome back to Talk of the Town. This year's Hilton Head Symphony Orchestra's Youth Concerto Competition will be held February 1st, 1:30 at St. Luke's Episcopal Church. And joining us now, Competition Director Joe Gimbel, to speak more about the competition and this year's finalists. Joe, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Sandy.
It is such a large event, and it's, you know, it precedes the International Piano Competition, and it's right. Magnificent. And so you're down to 10 finalists, right?
That's correct.
And so how were these finalists selected?
We had 48 applicants this year.
Wow.
And they
from all over?
All over the Southeast. We restricted to the southeastern 9 states in the Southeast.
Okay.
Not all 48 of them, they submitted CDs of standard classical repertoire, which was submitted electronically to 3 judges across the United States who reviewed them and scored them. And then from the scores, we picked the 10 finalists.
So what works will the competitors perform, and what instruments are they playing?
Okay, they are playing cello, violin, and flute.
Okay.
This year. They play the standard repertoire that you would hear at any classical professional performance. Works like the Dvorak Cello Concerto, Sibelius Violin Concerto, Mendelssohn Violin Concerto. So they're all the standard works that you would hear, except instead of being accompanied by an orchestra, they're going to be accompanied by a pianist.
Oh, okay. Is that different from last year?
No,
same?
No.
Okay. What's the ages of these finalists?
They vary from 13
wow.
to 17 years old.
And in submitting for their for the competition, what is the age bracket that's allowed?
We allow anybody who is not a high school graduate down to as young as they would like to apply.
Wow, that's amazing. There's some amazing talent. So tell us a little bit about the 10 finalists.
2 of them are returning. Catherine Wu is from Greer, South Carolina, for example. She was a finalist last year, and she performed at Symphony Under the Stars last year.
Okay.
She will be performing a violin piece. She's won numerous competitions, and she's goes once a month up to Juilliard Prep for extra lessons.
Oh, wow.
We have a young man, Alexander Armbatsumian. He's from Atlanta area. Another violinist will be performing Sibelius Violin Concerto. He has performed at Carnegie Hall. He has performed in Moscow as a soloist. Has been all over the place. We have a brother and sister this year from Newport News, Virginia. Violinist Justine Elliott, cellist Sterling Elliott. Both have won several competitions. Sterling, in particular, was the 2nd place winner at the Sphinx competition, which is a national competition in Detroit for Hispanic and Black classical string players, which the symphony here has supported to a great extent. So that's just an example of 4 of them.
Anybody from our local area?
We have, closest we have is a young lady, Grace Law, who's a flute from Charleston, and she was selected for the past 2 years in the National Honors Orchestra, which is the top orchestra that one can be selected to in the United States for through high school.
Wow, that's fabulous. So why does the Hilton Head Symphony Orchestra sponsor this competition?
Our primary goal is for educational outreach, and we have a number of educational outreach programs. A young artist program, for example, but we feel as though we need to give young talented musicians the chance to develop as musicians. Many of them probably will not go on to be musicians down the line. We hope they'll become audiences. This may be the top thing that they do in their career.
Yeah, which isn't so bad, is it?
No, not bad at all.
Joe, quickly, the event again is on February 1st, at the St. Luke's Episcopal Church beginning at 1:30, correct?
That's correct.
Wonderful. Joe, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
And we will be right back with Talk of the Town.